go.
Boom.
Hey guys. All right. Who is on power bodybuilding or strength gains or pro secrets? Or is everybody, I think most people from what I see is on Titan Challenge 1, 2, or 3. They're slicing and dicing is from what I see. But you guys let me know what you guys are doing. Oh, thank you, Captain. Let me see. Hi, everybody. Let's see what we got going on. All right, who is in the Titan crew? Mary, I know you're in there. That's an interesting question. Oh, is he already gone?
Which one? Don't gone.
I can't click on these people.
It's not giving you click.
No.
Who are you talking to?
Derek Pearson.
Come on over here for a second.
The baby oil?
Yeah, but before that, let's just so I can click on these. The question is, did I use baby oil on gladiators? Absolutely not, because I want to be able to use the body to toss people. And if it was too slippery, look at this.
Oh. It's because it joined you through some stupid ass Bing.
Huh.
No.
No, it's taking me down a wormhole.
So, this is easy as boom, boom. Give us a second, guys.
2 seconds.
Booyah.
We're back in, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
got banned.
Who did?
No, he didn't. All right. Give me this. Go right here. Yeah?
Yeah, hit that bad boy.
You have control now.
Yeah, just a little bit of lotion, but nothing like baby oil. Never want to be like that slick. That's more for photo shoots and stuff. You guys know about the baby oil, little lotion action.
I know about the coconut oil.
That's the main game. That's the big end. All right, so we got some cool stuff going. What do we got?
I'm a huge fan.
Oh, thank you, my man. Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
Much love from Serbia.
Wow. Love it.
Michigan. What up, Michigan? Man.
What do you guys think of the shirt? Gold.
What's a good protein and pre-workout?
I like my pump. I just took my 2 scoops of pump right now. And then he said protein or pre-protein. Steak. Steak
Yeah.
or my protein powder if you're on the move and groove and you're going. Who is doing peptides for injuries and stuff? I would love to hear about you guys and what kind of stuff you're doing for injuries or recovery. Just love to hear that kind of stuff from you guys. All right, before we continue forward, I got a handsome stud of a man coming in here. My boy, Big Johnny from Titan Medical. This would be a great opportunity for you guys as we're doing this is to continue to ask him questions. And what's great is somebody said something last week and they're like, I don't know. There was like he's the question was something like, why is this guy an expert? This guy's lived this, and he's made one of the most successful TRT companies in the United States, and he's living this stuff. And for me, there's always the book smart guy that's going to be educated, and then there's a guy in the trenches that has both. And I'll take the guy in the trenches that's doing this, that's worked with thousands and thousands of people around the nation and help them. I will take that person over the guy that just reads about this stuff and does nothing else. Big Johnny.
What's up, Mike? How you guys doing out there?
We are good, my friend. We are good. It's Tuesday, so that means it's besides leg day, it's Titan Tuesday. That means the Titan crew gets to sit down and talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get my back up soon. They're little right now, but they're gonna get there.
I weighed in at 291 pounds today. I'm
Get
like,
out of here.
yeah, I was like, oh,
monster.
holy sheesh. But I got to look sharp in 5 weeks, because if you guys don't know, in 5 weeks we have the O. The O is taking place in Florida, which I'm excited about.
Me too.
Just like an hour from you.
Yeah.
From the castle.
Yep. It's funny because I'm here right now because Chico, which is the power company, shut down our building today. So you can see in the background, those are my providers. Hey, girls, how you doing? And they're going in I've got them set up in some of the offices and the bedrooms in the back for consultations. And then I'll show you guys here because it's kind of fun.
So Johnny's playing, he's working from home. Look at that crew. I love it. I love it.
Oh, everybody out there.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So
look at this. They shut down the power. That doesn't shut down the Titan medical crew.
No.
They just move locations and continue to go.
That's right. We don't stop. We know we have patients around the country and they don't care about power going down or hurricanes or anything else. Where's my meds? I need to feel good. I need to stay on track. I need to be regimented. So
okay, so this is a great lead in. This is an absolutely brilliant lead into something. The whole crew here went and did blood work on Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am continuing to try to study and understand the differences between things.
Yep.
On why certain doctors request these, other doctors request these, and so on and so forth. So as I continue to learn, I'm always going to be the odd cat out, and I'm always going to try something just so I understand. Okay. And so I did that this last Friday. I took it from a well-known doctor that we're going to be able to discuss, and I want to take it into depth on why he chose what he chose to have tested. Now, that being said, it's interesting because we all did this at the same time, and I got my crew back here behind you. It's not like your crew, but they all did train legs with me today, so that's kind of cool.
They're going to be hurting tomorrow for sure, puking today.
But here's the funny thing. The one thing is that I was told I'm going to have to, and I don't know about anybody else, but I'm kind of like the guy that likes to go and do something and then soon after talk about it, and then so on and so forth. Jeffrey behind here went through Titan Medical, and today is Tuesday morning out here in the West Coast, and he already got his blood work back.
Yep.
And it's like, I guess I'm not receiving my blood work back until the 10th of October.
Wow.
Yeah. And no, I did not go through Titan. I didn't go through Titan Medical. I went through somebody else so I can discuss with that person on a discussion on why he does what he does when it comes to TRT. And it's already like, wow, you guys got your labs done, and it's really quick to get it back and go over that with the crew. And I've noticed, sorry about going down this rabbit hole, but I've noticed before it's one of those things where, hey, did you get a call from the company? Did you get a call from this company, whatever company? And sometimes the staff goes, I never even received a call back. I got my blood work done. It took this long, and then I never even got a call from my provider or my wellness provider and stuff. And it's like, oh. And what I loved is we're training squats. He goes, got my blood work back. When's yours back? October 10th. Jeez Louise, I don't know if I'm doing anything or not doing anything. What? I just sit on my hands.
Yeah.
So props to you guys being very bam, bam on it.
Yeah, you got to be on it. I mean, so the difference is this. So we get all our blood tests for all our patients expedited. We want to have them back to the patients within 3 to 4 business days. We usually receive them if it's from LabCorp to 1 to 2 business days. But what happens is it goes through our medical provider's hands. They kind of look at it, just see if anything's crazy on there that we need to make the patient aware of, like immediately, and then pass to the medical assistant to call these patients. So it's usually 3 to 4 business days for us. That's all it should really take. These other places, what they do is they get the blood work done, they get the results, they sit on it. Providers, I might look at it, might not look at it. And then sometimes you get, just overlooked or underneath the stack, they forget about you and you don't get a call. Or you get a call maybe 2 weeks later, or you go into like a general practitioner or something like that you use insurance with, and they will not give you results like Titan Medical Center does. Titan Medical Center will email you results right away. Right?
Why is that? Why is that?
It's
You're
a money
doing
back.
the blood work. The blood work is yours. You don't get it.
Yeah.
They get it.
Yeah.
And then if they decide, they can send it to you.
Yeah. So there's 2 main things that go along with this. One, it's a money play. The reason is because usually general practitioners use their insurance, right? Well, they're getting those co-pays on those insurances coming in, and then they get paid on the visit and what level that visit is. So they can make $160, maybe $200 per visit every time you come in. So that's the money play. They don't want to tell you over the phone. They don't want to email it to you. You got to come in and they got to say it. Now, if you're in this situation where you're going through a general practitioner or anybody for that means, whether it's Titan or anybody else, and you want to get a copy of your blood work, if you go through LabCorp, there was a law that was passed a couple of years ago, and it says that you own that because it's yours, right? So you can actually go on the LabCorp website and you can look up your lab work and get the copy from LabCorp automatically if you're going through one of these places. And you're not getting your lab work back, it's been 2 weeks, or maybe yours, right? You could probably go on there and then look it right up and then get it right off the spot. And a lot of people don't know that. So I just want to make people aware of that because it's a good tool if you don't go through us, because we're going to get your results expedited. We want to get you rolling, or at least to a specialist or whatever is going on. And just a lot of people, they want to see what's going on. They want to hear what's going on. They don't know what's going on. And then you might have your competitors per se that only want to get the blood test to see what's going on to make sure everything's right, and they're doing their own thing possibly, and they're down it in, so they need the results. So we send them the results automatically so they get them. But yeah, that's the real reason. It's a money play.
For me, it kind of keeps a hype train going. And I know I got a lot of calls last year when I was working with something.
Yep.
I'd get calls and be like, hey, why haven't I got the blood work? Why haven't I got called back? Why haven't I done this? Why did they overload me with stuff? And it's like, all right. I'm hearing you. I understand. And I will try to minimize these situations. And I fully understand, I'm still, when it comes to this, I get so psyched. I got a new diet plan. I'm going to change my nutrition. I got this workout today. I'm going to do I'm still that kid. I am a Toys R Us kid kind of living in that realm. And so when I go get the blood work, it's just that Frankenstein mentality of mine is like, all right, so what nutritional stuff did I do to change it? What did I change all this? And I want it right away. And then I got to sit there for 2 weeks and I kind of, and so I understand other people, if you feel like, hey, let me get this. I would like to feel important. I'd like to get a phone call a week after from the provider and tell me what things are going on. And so I fully understand that. So don't feel bad if you guys are out there and you're like, I want to get my call. I want to feel important. I so understand that.
It's not even feel important. Some people feel really bad, right? They might legitimately have low T or something that's going on, and they didn't want to feel better. That's the whole point. They wanted to go to to see what's going on and get the ball rolling per se, right? Whereas like, you do something like that, you go into a regular general practitioner because you want to use your insurance, and that's okay. You go in there, you tell them what's going on. They might write you for the test. They might not write you for the test. They write you for the test, and you got to go take that prescription, go to the lab, get the blood work done. Now you wait 2 weeks or however long it takes to get an appointment with them, because some places aren't like that. They're booked out till November, December already. Like, it just is what it is. So now you're waiting that length of time to go in, see what the results are, and then see if they're going to prescribe you anything, if they even do. And if they don't, then you've wasted all that time. You're still feeling bad. You haven't gotten anywhere. So it's a little common for the patients.
That's a freaking great point because I've lived my life being hungry because I've lived in this health and fitness world. I've lived my life in these 12-week implements and cycles of training that I have to be patient. And if somebody's out there and they're feeling bad, yeah, I could fully understand them going, hey, listen, I did it. I did everything I could. Now I'm just waiting for you guys. And it seems like you're dragging your feet. And so I love that you guys are on it.
Yeah, we are definitely 100%.
And what I love is that the other thing that you guys are on is that your providers, if you watch the beginning of the show, you'll see that he has his providers already over there working and talking to you guys when you guys phone in. That crew back there. I love that. I love that you guys have that. But also, I know that I had my talk maybe a few weeks back now. And the first questions was about nutrition, training, sleep, things that you don't profit from.
Right.
And I thought that was great relative to a lot of other people I've talked to through this last year of studying this world of TRT, that you went right to, or they went right to, what kind of things can you right now fix? Because medication is medication at the end of the day.
Right.
It's added to. And I thought that was a great thing because I know that the world of, we haven't been able to talk about this, but the world of the medical world, a family doctor is not meant to, it seems as though, and I just keep seeing this, is they're not meant to fix the problem. They're just going to give you aspirin, whatever the issue is, give you medication to take care of that, but you don't change your habits of what you're doing and why you ended up there in the first place.
Correct. It's really a good point.
I noticed you guys are not that way, where other companies are that way, where they remove the one aspect with a TRT lineup of stuff that will get them bumping.
Yep.
Instead of going to the root of it again.
Right. And that's the big thing. Like, so obviously we care about people's health. That's the number one agenda for us, is health. It's the number one priority for aesthetics or anything else, because health is going to improve all these different things for sure. 100%. The healthier you are, the better you're going to feel, better you're going to look, just all overall better quality of life. But, the problem is that one, you got the regular Western medicine. And Western medicine is, hey, listen, when it's broke, we'll fix it in some way, shape, or form, or we'll cover up the symptoms. You're having multiple symptoms, we can prescribe this medication to do this. And then you might have symptoms from that medication. Here's another medication to take on top of that. But, for us, I mean, it's like, listen, obviously we want to be preventative. And that's the big thing that a lot of Western doctors not do. It's when you're broke, we'll fix it. Instead of, hey, listen, let's make sure we're maintaining these different things, looking at these different things, making sure everything's all right. And I always give the example of the car. People go and get oil change, right? Their tires are messed up. They get their tires changed. The light bulb in your Mercedes is down. We need to get that fixed, right? But at that point, like, did we have diagnostics before they checked these vehicles? Yes, we did. Everything was running right. But for us humans, people usually don't do that. And doctors definitely don't do that. And that's the problem. That's the big problem at hand, where it's a Western medicine thing. It's all driven by medication, and that's what it's going to do. The other HRT clinics out there and all that, they're doing all this. They just want to push things. They will make some people feel better, and they might get rid of some of the different symptoms, but they're not worried about changing the lifestyle. And that's the biggest thing. And that's why I call it the Titan lifestyle, because we're not just a brand. We're not a medical center. We are a lifestyle, because it's all about, like you and I preach, you have to eat a good nutritional diet, right? You got to have some sort of exercise. You got to get some sleep. You got to help recovery there. I mean, these are all different things that are pillars, and those pillars hold the foundation up. So, at that point, like, that's why we do it. We want to know the whole aspect. We want people to literally change their lifestyle, because a lot of people don't have healthy lifestyles. So at that point, if we can help them, and knowing some of this information on the follow-up, when we get on the phone with them, hey, listen, how's everything going? Oh, I haven't lost as much weight as I wanted to. Well, have you changed your diet, nutritional program? No, I'm still eating cheeseburgers and French fries. You still drinking, a 6-pack a day? When you get home? Yeah, I'm still drinking a 6-pack. Well, listen, we need to start cutting some of these different things out. Drink some more water. Let's change some of these food plans. How much sleep you get at night? Maybe we can try to increase maybe by an hour to try to help you out, boost you there. But that's what we always preach. I mean, those are the fundamentals. And then everything that we offer are tools to help and enhance those fundamentals. So that's kind of where it's at for us. I mean, it's like, we want to do the best we can for the patient, and we want to make sure that they're changing their lifestyle, making sure it's a healthy lifestyle to be on track. And that's really what it is. That's why, with some of these weight loss drugs, like semaglutide, tirzepatide, they're awesome. It doesn't matter if you change your lifestyle to get the result, but we still want that. I don't care if you're getting the weight loss effect, because when you stop that drug, it's going to be like a yo-yo, and you're going to go back to where you were at before, or gain more of the weight back. So for us, I mean, if you can change these different things, you're going to feel better. It's going to reflect on us. It's going to help you expedite your results, and it's a win-win situation for everybody involved.
I think the one thing that I think you can speak about this too is that when you're being in a discussion, some things are said. This is how we do our discussions. This is how we run our company. We got to actually see really what you do and the team, and we got to spend some quality time out there. And from other traveling the United States and meeting companies and having I'm lucky to have my show on Generation Iron, where I talk to all these different companies. The one thing that we found is that you really do live that lifestyle, and you preach it all the way down from you, the wife, the son, and then the friends, the first circle, and then so on, and out to the business, to where these people are going to see that lifestyle of healthiness on how you can do it. And I think that's why I'd love to tell the world right now that we have come to the Titan Medical team now, and we have fully connected and became part of the team at Titan Medical. So just for everybody at home that's out there that's wondering, I finally made a decision, and I was lucky enough that John and the whole family and the Titan Medical crew was cool with having us come aboard.
We love it. Honestly, it was a dream come true for me. It's actually something I manifested, years and years ago. I was like, listen, I've always known Mike. It's Titan, right? I've watched him over the years. A lot of respect for this guy. And at that point, like, it just, just kind of fell in the hands, us talking stuff like that, and just connecting. And then, when you're coming out here, really solidifying, like, our relationship and stuff like that. It is great. And I'm really looking forward to the future. I think there's a lot of great things we're going to bring to people, information wise, product wise, and change the game all together. I mean, that's what we're here to do. So, I mean, I'm really, really excited to have Mona, Mike, and little Titan and part of the Titan family. I mean, that's how it should be. Titan times Titan. We're going to rock this thing for sure. 100%.
Man,
I think it's really nice to actually work with someone that is going and experiencing before coming out and just throwing up like, hey, this is what you guys should do. Yes. For example, before we put out a meal plan, anything, it could be, we put out a crazy plan, the Blitz, and we have another one coming out, Blitz 2.0. But it was such a hard plan. We did it how many times before we actually put it out for these people? Yeah. Like, we did it here. We experimented with the supplements, with the fasting, not fasting, the cardio, to see what the body does. And that's what I always loved Mike with his training, because he doesn't put out something that he's just like, let's put a workout together. I'm a legend in the history. Everybody's going to trust me, and let's just have him do it. No, he's actually going through the program, experimenting everything. Then he's like, hey guys, I did this. I know it works for you. Here it is. Yeah. So I like that you guys did that. I love that Cherise actually has a background, a medical background. Oh, yeah. She knows what the hell she's talking about. She's not just putting shit out there. No. And it's just awesome to know that you guys are knowledgeable about all the stuff that you talk about. You're going to have people coming out here and be like, oh, here we go. These guys are all on drugs, because they don't even know what peptides are. They're like, you guys, you don't know what you're doing. They're going to talk because they have no idea. But if they take a little time to kind of look into the Titan Medical team to see who you're working with, it's not that you just went to GNC and hired somebody. You know what I mean? Right. You're legit. And I just want everybody to know that before we started working with you, we investigated Titan Medical.
course.
So we looked into it. We came out there. We spent time. We were there for days just to kind of see not only the professional side, but the energy. You know, you want to work with somebody that has good energy and connect. So it's been wonderful so far. And
Right.
for us to kind of become finally, the team, the family of Titan Medical, it's pretty freaking cool.
It
We
is.
believe in it. We're here. We're so excited about the Olympia. Mike said we gotta get in crazy shape. I'm like, you are in shape. He's like, no, we gotta get in crazy
No, it's got to be better.
So-
It's got to be better.
About to hit that
so,
300
all
pounds.
right, well, we have a few weeks, so let's get it better. you know?
Yeah. And you know what the other thing is bring up to your point. It's leading by example. I can't stress this enough. You have to lead by example. If you lead by example, other people see that and they say, "Oh, this guy's not bullshitting. He's really doing this." And no matter where you catch me, or I know wherever I catch you, it's the exact same thing. I don't care. People are looking at you, not looking at you. So
Right.
that's the big thing. And then and really being genuine about whatever you push out there. The value of your name, the value of our brand, and then your brand. I mean, it's big. So there's no way that in any therapy that ever came out, I'm literally patient zero. I've always been patient zero. That means I try it before everybody else. I'll tell you what my general opinion is. I'll talk to the providers about it. They'll study it. They'll take it too. So that's the one good thing about our providers is they're not like some overweight middle-aged person telling you, "Hey, listen, you need to stop eating all your fast food," and they're out there eating the cheeseburger and smoking a cigarette.
Right.
They're health junkies like that. They're taking the therapies. They're working out. They understand the healthy lifestyle too, which they can portray and teach patients. Because here's the real facts behind this. No doctor is ever taught about nutrition in medical school. They have no idea about amino acids, what L-carnitine does, what this does. They really don't. They do a brief overview, and even hormones. Unless you're somebody like an endocrinologist, you're really not studying hormones too much in medical school. Maybe 1 week they go over, "Hey, this is testosterone. These are different hormones you have in your body." But they're not breaking down, "Hey, listen, this is how it works. This is how it needs to be balanced. This one needs to go like this." So it's more like a specialty. And I hate to go back to the car situation again, but you can go to a general shop and they can fix your tires or whatever it is. But if you need your transmission fixed, you got to go to a transmission specialist that's going to fix transmission and fix it.
So take that metaphor, mostly because of today's world and how cars are. It really is amazing. Mona talked me into getting a Mercedes, and she got me a Mercedes for my birthday. And I was like, I just want an SUV. I just want a big. And she got me one, and I get in that thing and I start driving. And I go, oh, this is how it should be. Okay, welcome to the new world.
Yes.
But then also how they plug those things in nowadays. And trust me, guys, if anybody's out there, I'm a CJ5 guy. That's how old school I am. And we, fix that stuff ourselves. And you'd have to figure out what was wrong with it. Scotch tape. But and they would always break down. But with the new ones, you plug it in, it tells you exactly where the problem is and all this and that. That's new age. And so what we're talking about here is the same thing. These peptides have exploded through the world and is amazing. And it really falls on something I've preached for a lifetime is connective tissue. You can start strengthening these things up. You can start getting better and find out little details of how you can get better when you're already somewhat healthy. And that comes back to you is like, since the day I met you, we clicked. We clicked at the Olympia last year. You came up with that whole crew and my team was like, "Hey, that's a lot of hot women there at that booth." It's like, but you and your wife were incredible, very kind to me as we were exiting through the expo, but it was a very good click to the point of where I met thousands of people that weekend. But you were one person I reached out to after and said, "Hey, it was just really nice meeting you and your wife and the team. You guys were very open, kind." And so you've always lived this lifestyle. And if people don't realize, you just had surgery weeks back. And you can pop off your top right now and what you look like. Come on. Most guys are out there training 12 weeks and dieting and stuff like that to look half as good as you look right now. You live this. This isn't a joke. This isn't somebody saying, "Hey, this is my company. I'm the 300-pound fat guy, and
Yeah.
you just take this stuff and you'll be gold." You live it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's important to me. I mean, I've always wanted to live a healthy lifestyle and stuff like that. Obviously, I want to feel my best every single day, and a lot of people out there want to feel their best, and some people don't know how to do it. Luckily, I have the knowledge and I have the tools behind me to do it. And I just think it's really important. I mean, when I first started Titan Medical Center, it was a little different as far as priority wise. My son was 2 years old. Obviously, I wanted the business to succeed, but back then my training status was, my mentality, bigger is better. I want to be the biggest I possibly can get, right? I want to be the monster. So I got to like 230 pounds. Now that was our first year. And then at that point, it was being a little hard for me to like bend over, tie my shoes, breathing wise. I'm like, this is not healthy for me. So at that point, I'm like, listen, I'm going to get the best health I can possibly get. So that's when I really started working. And, I've always trained. I've always been an athlete just like you. So I think, it's a little bit easier for I'm down for 5 weeks now and haven't been training. And I still look good because my nutrition plan is still there because I like to eat what I eat. I don't have to change things. It's not a chore to me. And for a lot of people out there, it is. For me, that's what it is. But I mean, if you are proactive and train and do the right things, if you have to be down for a couple weeks, you might lose a little bit here or there, but you're not going to lose a lot, and you're still going to look in good shape if you're keeping your nutritional plan. You're doing the right thing. So, that's all I've been doing. I've just been chomping at the bit. I'm like, listen, I need to get in here, but I'm at week 5. I got one more week, and then what I got, I think 4 to Olympia or 3 to Olympia, and then I'm just trying to train as hard as I possibly can and see what I can get out of it.
Right. And again, for you, you're not just the owner. You're testing yourself and seeing what's best for you. And you've done that on this last, I guess you would say, protocol on recovery.
Yep.
So for anybody out there and I know tons and tons of people that they have an owie, an injury, something that's hurt, make sure to follow and talk to John and his team about how he himself went on a protocol for recovery and healing his body after the fact of having a surgery. And so this is huge for anybody out there that's, they feel like, and I think the first thing that people think of when you say, hey, this is a TRT company, an HRT company, it's like, okay, it's for those people that feel like their best years are behind them. Is that kind of right? And it's like, can you help?
I guess for most people out there, when they ask me, like, what is Titan Medical Center? I go, we're in preventive and anti-aging medicine. And that covers a wide spectrum of different things, right? And a lot of people think hormones, I have to be old to have hormone deficiencies. I got to be premenopausal as a woman, and I have to be over 40, or, I'm not going to have low testosterone levels or deficient hormone levels, whatever they may be, because it could be across the board in different people. So, as far as that goes, HRTs for somebody that might not be feeling their best like they used to when they were younger, but hormone replacement can fix a number of different things, and not just testosterone levels. Whether it's estrogen balancing, progesterone balancing, thyroid, that's a part of the hormones too as well, and that can affect a lot of different people. And their testosterone levels might be great, but they might be getting negative side effects from the thyroid. So at that point, it's something that we have to look at as well. But
I want these people to realize that it is a company that makes you extremely healthy.
Oh yeah.
And it's the new age of this world. And I think even Joe Rogan was talking about it, that he said that anybody over a certain age, he said, that should be going down that route to at least see what's going on with their body and see what they if there are things that are going wrong. And I love that coming from Joe, because Joe's that guy that's in his 50s that's still very active and trying to stay, is youthful. And again, I think you and I and the whole families agree, the quality of life, the best you could possibly do.
Right.
And so get in there, get moving, and get grooving. And I love the fact that you guys push the basic stuff of, all right, nutrition, sleep, recovery. Now let's see what hormones are going on. Your thyroid, I think, is a huge thing. I'd love to talk about thyroid, because that's big in our house. Making sure the thyroid, we just did those new tests, right?
Yeah.
And so I know this next week, I am hoping you guys will get Mona's new blood work.
Okay.
And when you get that blood work, that we can kind of analyze and look
Sure.
over her thyroid to see
Sure.
if there's changes or we're getting better or what we need to do.
Sure, absolutely. Definitely want to look at it. Make sure Mona's dialed in, everything's optimal, and she's feeling 100%, 110%. That's what we want it to be.
It's just the numbers show at the show. I feel pretty good right now. So
She looks great, Mike. She looks great. I mean, mentally,
I've
she's
been training. I'm feeling good, but that doesn't mean that I have to take care of the issue.
and that's how a lot of people are. Some people out there, they might be in their 50s or 40s or whatever it may be, and they're like, you know what, I feel pretty good. And I'm like, well, have you tested your levels? And they're like, no.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, why not? Why not? It doesn't. You don't have to take any medication. You don't have to do anything, but you will see where you're at, and why not see that, right? Just for your own knowledge. And I'm like, listen, I go back to Mike made it almost the exact same example I said to everybody else. I'm like, listen, you bought a 1990 Cadillac. You kept it in the garage. You drove it 2,000 miles tops. You baby that thing. You wax it. You wash it. Nothing happens to it. You take it for a drive. It drives like a cream puff. Now you get into a 2024 Cadillac Blackwing. You're sitting there like, oh, this is what I've been missing. More power, better leather, seats move. I mean, man, like this is really a step up. So that's kind of the differentiator where I tell people, like, listen, you might be feeling great at your level, but that doesn't mean you can't feel better or be more optimal. And that's kind of looking at things. You're like, oh,
100% agree.
A lot of guys are ego driven. Like when we first started, me and Sharice, like I said, we have no money for promo miles and anything like that. We used to do promos ourselves. We used to walk up to people, me and her, and I could talk to some guys. Some guys wouldn't want to talk to me, and then that's where Sharice would come in. It's like, have you ever had testosterone check? She goes right up to him. You know how my wife is. And she don't care. It's like, so did you have your testosterone check? Oh, I don't need my testosterone checked. I'm good. I'm good. The better. I'm good. Okay. All right. No problem. Here's a card if you ever want to get checked. Tuck it in his little shirt pocket. She's all around. No.
Yeah.
Literally the next day, I don't know how many people would call the next day and get signed for the testosterone test and just see what's going on. And some of those,
I love that.
Majority of them were low on testosterone, became patients. Like, see, I told you. Oh, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Well, I mean, listen, if you don't check, you don't know. And that's the first thing I say. You don't have to do anything, but you definitely want to check what's going on inside the body so you can make an educated decision about what you want to do because you only got one body, you only got one life to live. So you better take care of it. You better do the right things because you could have a short life or a long life. You have a better long life, quality life, or short. And you don't want a short life and a poor quality life. So, do the right things for yourself and you take care of your body. It's going to take care of you.
We just need to be a little selfish, just a little bit.
I think you made a great point too, because I know Mo, you look great and you feel great, and from what you understand, you don't stop from the second you get up until everybody's out of here, and you're still going until I'm passed out. There's many a days that you'll find me passed out on the couch and Mona's still going 100 miles an hour. But we didn't realize that she's still working off of this way that she thinks she's okay. And then we get this blood work back and we see there's issues.
Yeah.
So the level she's used to being at is something that she's tough enough to move through. And I think that's a lot of guys out there too. There's guys out there that probably don't realize they're living in pain or living in some kind of, there's the superstar right there. So you never know where your body really is. And I remember like the first time I got PRP on my knees, and then a week or two after that, it was like, oh wow, I didn't realize that there was, obviously I'm an old cat, but I didn't realize I was living in whatever that was before the fact.
It's like
You become so used to that energy that you may live off of,
right,
that you don't realize, first of all, you're not at your full potential.
Right.
And the blood work is just going to tell you if there is something up. And that's a simple process where, like Jeffrey was saying, he's already got it back 2 days later and could be on the phone in a couple more days with his medical provider saying, hey, you're not optimal right now.
Yep.
And that's a great conversation to have.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think you got some shit.
100%.
Jeff's already over before Jeff talks to I'm not optimal. Let's make
Yeah, listen. When I started, like I said, when I started Titan, or right before I started Titan, I did a testosterone test, and my total testosterone was at a 98. Total testosterone. That's
Wow.
lower than that's really low, guys. It's
Yeah.
low, like as far as testosterone range. But you know, at
How
that
old were you? How old were you at that time?
I was 29 years old.
Wow.
I see
And
this a lot at Gold's Gym Venice.
I did dabble into a little bit of testosterone beforehand, and it shut down my levels, obviously. So I never bounced back to where it was supposed to be. And then at that point, you know, I was still working a full-time job for a huge advertising marketing company that I had to get up, drive 6 o'clock in the morning all the way to like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Then I'd go to the gym for an hour and a half to 2 hours at Cherise. And, you know, I just did it. And there's certain people that are wired. It doesn't matter. You're hurting, you're sick, you're tired, you're just wired. And you're like, listen, I got to do this, or nobody else is going to do this, and I have to be responsible. My kids need to eat. My wife needs to eat. I need to take care of the family. I need to do what I need to do. I need to take care of my body. I need to keep doing this. But, you know, you're not running optimal. So, you know, my gains were probably not as good back then as they are now. I probably respond a hell of a lot better. I feel a hell of a lot better. I sleep a hell of a lot better. So, I mean, it's just, you know, if you're dealing with this stuff and you have to cover up the symptoms with constantly, you know, taking stimulants, like over-the-counter stimulants, 10 energy drinks a day, 2 pots of coffee a day, it's okay to have some coffee, or if you want to have an energy drink here or there.
Right.
But if you're overdoing it and you're having to do this and you still don't feel like you've gotten out of the drag or the sleep or the tiredness, this is like a red flag for anybody out there. Like, hey, listen, you need to go get your levels checked, because there's obviously something going on inside the body where you're having issues with sleep or not even being able to get proper rest. There's some people out there sleep 12 hours at night and they don't wake up refreshed. And they're like, why? I slept 12 hours at night and I was asleep for 12 hours. And it's just like, listen, there's other things that are going on that might be causing this. You're not feeling refreshed or rested when you wake up. You know, that's a bad feeling to have, because you have next day you're like, man, I got to do this. What am I going to do to get myself going? Let me find this, let me find that. And it is what it is. And this works. So let me just keep doing it. That's just it's a bad road to go down for sure. 100%. I was there.
Yeah.
I was drinking like 6 Red Bulls a day. I was like, literally to the point where Red Bulls were not even affecting my energy levels. I was like, damn, I was like, what am I going to go do next? You know, I had no idea.
Your receptors. Wow. Hey, so I have a question for you. If people are heading on over to Titan Medical now to get their blood work done, you basically, for anybody that's doing that, they can just go right to Titan Medical. Is there a way that they can say, hey, the Titan sent you over there? Or is there a basic link that they can just jump on to go over there and sign up?
So the best way to sign up, because you can't sign up for a blood test through the website. The lab companies do not want you doing that. So they don't want us doing that. I know there's some places out there that you can, but it's just, for as big as we are, we can't mess around. The best way to do it is call or text 727-389-3220. It's our main number. And you can ask to get your blood work done right over the phone. And then you say, listen, Michael Hearn sent me, Titan sent me, Mona sent me. And at that point, they're going to get the discount. They're going to get set up right away. They're going to talk to one of the medical assistants. They're going to get their demographics, their name, their email address, their phone number, where they live. They'll collect the payment from them, and then they will send them via email their prepaid lab requisition that they can take into the lab with their state ID or driver's license. And at that point, they don't have to give any money. They don't have to give an insurance card. They're going to get their labs drawn when they do that. And we're going to get the results expedited and get them to you as fast as we possibly can.
Okay. So again, that number is, Mo, you read that?
727-389-3220.
Yep.
All right. So that's the number right there, guys. You can see it right on the screen. And we'll also put that down below so you guys can head on over there. And again, this is just to get in there, make contact with Titan Medical, with John and his whole team, and then find out the protocol to get your blood work done.
Yeah.
And then talk to a wellness provider after the fact when that's all said and done. And then hopefully, this is kind of cool, because when you go to the doctor, it's like you're expecting bad news, you know, and here's the medication. And this is actually going to be good news. If your numbers are great. If your numbers are off, hey, the hope to get them better is gonna happen.
That's right.
And then to feel better is definitely gonna happen. So this is huge for you guys, for anybody out there that's like, hey, what I need to do this. I'm not changing. And I've seen that a lot with people that message me and they go, hey, I've been training for 3 years and I haven't changed. Well, maybe you're
Yeah.
doing things right. Maybe you're eating right. Maybe you're doing right, but your body's not working with you. So
A
let's
lot of
find that out.
A lot of people they go through that, especially as they age. They go through their 20s or 30s and maybe in their 40s. Whenever they want to get in shape or lose a couple pounds, they knew that if they exercise a certain way, they eat this kind of diet, and they usually got the result they wanted to get. But as ages come, things start to become deficient or down, and they're not getting the same results as what they used to when they used to do that activity and that nutritional plan. And that right there is like a red flag. Like, hey, listen, if you've been doing the right things and nothing's moving, then you might want to look at doing a blood test to see, hey, listen, if something's off on the inside, because that will definitely hold you back in what you're trying to do.
I love that. And I hope you guys out there, everybody that's listening to this, understands this. Your best years don't need to be your 20s and 30s. You can absolutely be and look and feel like a freak in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. And the goal is so on.
Yes.
Like my training partner, Robbie Robinson, who's closing in on 80. It's like,
I know, crazy.
don't give up on this one life that we're granted. Take it serious. Take your health 100% serious. Do not ship that in. Don't. I don't know what, kick it to the curb. What my dad, I lost my dad young because he just is like, this is what men do. We don't do that stuff. We just live it. And it's like, don't be that. Be productive. Get tested. It's simple, easy.
It's a different era now.
Yeah,
Now
we're driving Mercedes now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the world. We should be living to like 120 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that. Why not? At least try it. Try to shoot for that longevity, man. Yeah. If you stay healthy, everything else will fall in place. Because if you're unhealthy, you could have all the money in the world. You could have whatever. It does not matter. It does not matter what you have in life if you don't have your health first. And we know that.
It's so true.
Healthy. Yeah, shoot for that longevity and just kind of keep going. We have Titan's 4 years old. We have to live to 120.
Of course.
Let's jump scenarios for a second. Johnny, you and the family are big movie buffs.
Yes.
Yes. And I just want to let the world, we have movie talk because of the fact that I have a movie coming out here. I think it premieres in 3 weeks.
Correct.
Everybody, the movie Divinity will be appearing both in the United States and overseas. I think it's the 10th.
The 10th will be
the red carpet. Okay.
Carpet, yes.
Friday the 13th, this movie comes out.
Right.
It's getting great buzz. The reason I'm bringing up, well, because I'm in it, is one.
Can't wait, dude.
But I also, if you guys don't know my age, go Google my age. I play a 38-year-old savage metahuman. So again, Mona just said, be around. If you're in the trenches and you're still doing it and you're still putting the work in, an opportunity may come. Now, I know that maybe most of you would have thought, well, that part is me playing a late 30-year-old, 40-year-old is over. I got 3 movies coming out where I'm playing all the same age. And it's like, it's because I'm still here. It's because I'm putting the work in. It's because I'm listening. And it's because I went to understand and really dive into this whole new mentality of what peptides can do to you, how you can regulate your blood and it will help you in life. Mm-hmm. And so I know I got my movie coming out and I'm excited, but thanks for kind of showing this whole world what's possible with staying in the trenches and staying in the fight.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's big on your part. Listen, it's obviously everything you've done to this point that counts. It really does, Mike. I mean, our parents are old school, right? Where it was a whole different generation, like Mona said. They didn't have the knowledge, didn't have the information and the tools that we have now today. There's no reason to not be able to use those tools for your own benefit, for sure. And be able to do what you love for as long as you possibly can, right? And for you, it's going to be a long time, buddy. I'm telling you. So I mean, if you look at the general 30 or 40-year-old, just an average person that's out there right now, I do it all the time because I like to tell my son, I'm like, listen, we're walking in these crowds, and listen, think about this: 6 or 7 out of 10 people are obese or overweight. Now we're going to go look at this in the crowd. I want you to really look at your classes, and when we go to the mall, and then just look at some people and be like, hey, listen, how many fit people have you really seen? And I'm in Tampa, Florida, which is more of a vain state.
One of the best places, right?
And so you should see more because people, it's hot outside when people wear less clothes. And let's say Chicago or Michigan or whatever, when it gets cold, everybody's bundled up. You can't really see shit. Excuse my language. But, at that point, like, I told him, and he'll look around and be like, you know what, Dad, you're right. I'm like, you don't want to be like that because at that point, you're going to have health issues. Things aren't going to be working like you want it to work. So, I'm trying to put in his head now, like, don't do this because later on you will look like this if you keep down this path that you want to continue on. So, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy to see it out there. And, there's a lot of people out there that can change that for themselves. And I hope they do. They have the tools. Before, I don't think the tools were as good. And now the tools are they're dynamite. So there's no excuse.
Like you said, this isn't our same parents as before. This is a whole new generation. And then I'm excited because your son, Peter, is a little metahuman, not little metahuman. He's taller than you are at 13, 14. And it's so cool to see. And I know the same for my little savage.
Yeah. He ain't little either, though.
Imagine what that's going to be like in 20, 30 years for those guys.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So for you parents out there, just think if you kind of start changing your lifestyle and teaching your kids a healthier lifestyle, you're giving them more than just a financial leg up.
Oh, no, for sure. If you're giving them, if there was everybody else like us out there that had a great experience of knowledge of what we do, they could pass it down to their kids, man, our next generation would be phenomenal. Problem is that a lot of people don't have that knowledge or don't care about that knowledge. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to go to McDonald's every day. Hey, you want this? All right, cool. And they throw it in the back seat to the kid and the kid's eating it. And that's what they learn. They're like, you know what? Fast is better. This tastes good. I'm on my way. So hopefully people, start really trying to grasp the knowledge and grasp the tools they can do and change their life, not just for themselves, but for their kids. Because I think that's
epigenetics is a proper terminology. Epigenetics, your genetics is just, basically what we're handing them out. That epigenetics is what you're teaching them and how that lifestyle is. And I think it's so cool. And I'm privileged to receive some inside texts from you, and when Peter's playing baseball with the other kids and the circle he's around, the youngster. And I know we're talking about parenthood and stuff, but I love seeing the mentality and that epigenetics of how he should eat when you guys are celebrating. And what I loved is we had a high day when I was out with you, but we still had the steak, we had the chicken, we had the good foods. It wasn't like I don't know, a pink box donut kind of high day where it's donuts and just bad food and stuff. It was great food, cooked extremely well from your chef, but he's around that. And I just think that's the coolest thing to see, because I know what he's going to become because of the circle of people that are around you. That's the big thing. Like right there, everybody that's in this house right now, you get back to work, man. Thank you for taking time today. I appreciate this.
Oh no, man, it's all good. I'm sorry. They're cooking food out here. I got Lewis in the background over here, and he's my personal chef, so he's cooking for everybody right now. Of course, he hand cut French fries, so they're gonna eat French fries. So I didn't want to get out of there because it was a little loud. Oh, you guys say hi to Lewis. See what he's doing.
How you doing?
Okay, hi. Hey, there he goes.
I love it.
Yeah, so they're getting treated today a little bit here.
Jeez, I'd like the power to go out in the office more often so you can go back to your place and eat.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like a team bonding work day all one, and we're doing great today. So it's been a good day for us. Sure.
Man, first off, I want to say thanks for taking time today, and thanks. And we are so happy to be part of the Titan Medical team now, and hanging with you guys and everybody. Anybody in Florida coming to the Mr. Olympia, please come by the booth. say hello to us and the whole Titan Medical crew. We will be there all Olympia weekend. And then
Nice.
possibly some more stuff afterwards. And I know that the whole team, the whole Titan crew will be out there.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
And if you have any questions, obviously Titan Medical is with the expertise to answer all questions, of course, but feel free to DM us,
Yeah.
Mike, myself, and we'll help you. We'll direct you if you feel lost. But the number is right there, 727-389-3220. Make sure you hit Titan Medical up and get yourself checked out. Stay healthy.
Let them know that we sent you.
We got one
Go
phone
for it.
here that's actually on the phone with Titan Medical Center right now. Michael.
There you go.
Romero. That's very cool. Big shout out. That's awesome.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
The other thing I'm going to do for Mike is, because me and you talked about more, is I'll be creating Mike's personal email. So it'll be Michael Hearn at TitanMedicalCenter.com. Once I have
There
that
you go.
created, they can email you
Mhm.
guys directly. If there's any questions, you can filter them through. Whatever
Love
it is. It'll be awesome.
Yes, absolutely love it. Well,
Thank you, Johnny.
thank you for today.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for the whole team. I
you.
appreciate it, my man.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a great rest of your day, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
All right. All right. There we
I
go.
love John.
Yeah.
Great energy.
Yeah. Always up,
Great
always doing it.
energy.
And it's cool to see his whole crew over there today.
Yeah.
His
He
office
does it right,
is
man. He really does it right.
it's got a
He makes
huge
people feel
they
good.
got a huge office there in Florida. We got to do the whole tour through that. Also, just a side note, they're going to have PRP. Now that will take place at their place in Florida. But if you guys want to look into that later on, I'll let you know when that comes for fruition to do the PRP out there. And also, I'm going to do some more, not this time, but next month before the Olympia. I'm going to do some other tests, blood work, and I guess some heart tests. And so I'll make sure to have the team out there filming that to show you guys what we're doing to make sure we continuously be healthy. Jeffrey, any final questions? All right. You guys get on over there. Let us know. Let them know that we sent you. And I think, again, I won't be receiving emails saying that you were forgot about or anything like that. That's they're very quick. They're on it. They take care of you. They make you feel important, like you should feel. And that's what you're taking your time, and you want the same out of them to take their time to give you what you deserve. And then also, one thing I know will not happen is they will not try to, I guess what you would say is sell you everything in the kitchen sink. They'll be smart. They'll work with you and talk to you and recommend whatever is necessary, but not overloaded. And I know that was one big thing that was always told to me, that other companies just try to sell you 20 different things, which is unfortunate. And it doesn't need to be that way. First, food, sleep, train, get those things taken care of as well, because there's no magic pill. Remember that. Talk to you guys later.